Oh man, Sony couldn't even wait until the current PlayStation Store summer sale was over to get their next store sale running, but they have already kicked off the games under $20 sale. What a great name. I mean, Sony runs these sales so often that they are kind of running out of names, so if we have a sale of a bunch of games under $20, then let's just name it the under $20 sale. There's some pretty good deals as a part of this sale, a lot of repeat deals, however, definitely a good time to be picking up some of the games that you may have missed out on this previous generation. And I think a reason why Sony is running so many deals is just because they have this back catalog of PlayStation 4 games. You know, at this point, I think the publishers have gotten the most out of these games that they can, so why not offer them at great prices? So without further ado, do want to highlight some good stuff. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, 70% off for $14.99, so this includes the base Witcher 3 game, as well as the Hearts of Stone, as well as the Blood and Wine, Hearts and Stone Blood and Wine expansions. $15 for it is great. Witcher 3 is an awesome game. I've been over that many times. I often consider this to be a perfect single-player experience just because it excels in nearly every area. Great story, great gameplay, a lot of content, great visuals. Can't say enough good things about it, and for $15, it's a no-brainer. Dark Souls Remastered is down to $19.99. Pretty good for Dark Souls Remastered. Dark Souls 1 is a really good game. Many consider it their favorite in the Souls series. I don't know if I would go that far. I really liked Souls 3. But nevertheless, $19.99 for Souls Remastered is pretty good. Given that this doesn't go on sale all that often, and when it does go on sale, it doesn't go on sale for a steep discount, so $20 for it, I think, is pretty solid. AC Origins down to $12. Hey, that's a good price. You guys know how I feel about the Assassin's Creed games these days, but I would be fooling myself if I didn't say AC Origins for $12 was a pretty good deal, because it is a pretty good deal. So yeah, if you've been eyeing that for a while, check it out. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, $19.79. If you're looking for a game to keep you busy like through the entirety of the fall, if you don't want to be picking up any of these major releases that are coming this fall, if you don't have any intention on picking up the PlayStation 5, then go ahead and just start Diablo 3 Eternal Collection right now, because you'll be busy for a very, very long time, and you could just be satiated with that for the rest of the year. That is not really that big of a stretch. Maybe it's a little bit of a stretch, but really it's not that big of a stretch, because you could legitimately sink thousands of hours into that game. I already know people that have done exactly that. While I haven't sunk that much time into it, I did play it quite a bit. Played it on PC, played it on PlayStation 3, played it on PlayStation 4, played it on Nintendo Switch, so you guys understand that I've played it quite a bit, but $19.79 for this collection is pretty great. Batman Arkham Knight base game is $4.99. The Batman collection is still available as a part of the summer sale for $15. That's really good, because you got the premium edition of Arkham Knight, and you got Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, so you get some really great stuff with that bundle. Alternatively, if you just want the base Arkham Knight game for $5, not a bad buy. Jak and Daxter bundle, Jak 1, 2, 3, and Jak Combat Racing, all for $14.79. Again, that's a pretty good deal, so would give that a shout. Definitely not a bad buy. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, on the other hand, is $17.49. You got GTA San Andreas, GTA 3, and I believe GTA Vice City with this collection. Obviously, some old school GTA games, they still hold up rather nicely, so for $17.50, I don't think that's a terrible buy. The Division 2 is down to $9.89. That's pretty good. Now, does that include the New York expansion? I don't think it does, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, it does not include the Warlords of New York expansion, which will be sold separately on March 3rd of 2020, so that's a little bit of a bummer. That's available as a standalone pickup. But $9.89 for it isn't terrible. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR for $19.79. If you have a VR headset, not a terrible pickup. Skyrim is a game that I feel like everybody and their mother has played at this point, but it's Skyrim, you know? Skyrim's a game that I personally can always go back to. I find it's a very enjoyable game. Obviously, the ideal experience is absolutely on PC. If you have a decent enough PC to play Skyrim, pick up Skyrim over there, mod the hell out of it, and you can have a great time with it. If PS4 is your only option, it's a little bit unfortunate. They can crank out 60 FPS, not even in the non-VR version, but in the VR version, obviously not, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But $19.79 for it isn't a terrible pickup, and Skyrim in VR does look fantastic. It's one of those games that definitely does accentuate VR, so wanted to give that a mention. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition, $15.99. I thought Dragon Age Inquisition was really good. This was the game that came out before BioWare went to all hell with Mass Effect Andromeda, and then, you know, everybody's favorite game in Anthem. That game was just game of the century material, so maybe I shouldn't talk too bad about BioWare. Obviously, that's a little bit of a joke. Nevertheless, Dragon Age Inquisition I thought was a great game. Game of the Year Edition includes the DLC, extends the experience quite a bit, and the game already had quite a bit of content to begin with, so definitely a good buy. Devil May Cry 5 is down to $19.99. Devil May Cry 5 is fantastic if you want a fast-paced action title with some great music. I mean, Devil Trigger is fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. $19.99 is a great price. not the lengthiest game in the world, so you can jump in and get out real quickly, and sometimes you need games like that that aren't gonna take, you know, a century to complete, and Devil May Cry 5 definitely fits that bill, but quality is absolutely there. Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, $15, that's really good, one of my favorite fighting games this generation. Metro Redo is down to $8.99, or Redux, whatever you want to call it. 2033 Last Light, both incredibly atmospheric first-person shooters, highly recommend them. Exodus is still on sale as a part of the summer sale, so if you do want to check that out, you got another day to do that. It's like $14, really good, so I would recommend that, and I would definitely recommend Redux. Neo the Complete Edition, $18.49, that's okay, still a little bit pricey considering that physically you get Neo 2 south of $20 pretty easily these days, but this does include the DLC for Neo as well, so not a bad buy. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, $16, GTA San Andreas Standalone is $10.04, that's kind of pricey. Bully is down to $8.99, I think that's pretty good. Dying Light down to $13, I do believe following the Enhanced Edition is on sale as well, let's see if we can find that. Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload, $19.99. Danganronpa 1 and 2 are fantastic. Would definitely give those a shout if you're a fan of visual novels. LA Noire down to $20. Not a bad buy either. I thought that was one of Rockstar's more interesting titles, and I did have a good time with it back on the PS3. Then I enjoyed it on the Switch as well, and the PS4 version works rather well too. Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection, $12. AC2, AC Brotherhood, AC Revelations. You do not get AC3 with this one. You get AC2, AC Brotherhood, AC Revelations. I love the Ezio trilogy. I thought all of the games were great. Yeah, maybe Revelations, Ezio overstayed his welcome just a tad, but that game also brings back Altair, so good stuff in that game. $12 for all three of those titles in the collection is a great pickup, so I'd definitely give that a shot. Borderlands, a handsome collection, down to $9.99. It's Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. They're great games, and for $9.99, great buy. Would definitely recommend that. Danganronpa 3 is $9.59. That is an awesome deal. Danganronpa 3, maybe some people weren't completely satisfied with the ending, but the lead up to it was great, and the whole build up, and it's got everything you know and love about Danganronpa. A little bit of a parody of itself at times, but definitely an enjoyable game. Tales of Versailles down to $9.99, a fantastic JRPG with some very dark themes compared to the rest of the Tales of games, but a great game nonetheless, and I really had a great time with that. I have a great time with the majority of Tales of games, but Versailles definitely one of the standouts. AC Rogue is down to $9.89. That's Assassin's Creed Rogue, one of the underrated gems in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Definitely worth a look. South Park The Stick of Truth, $8.99. Great game. That was a game that when it came out on the PS3 360 PC, I was under, you know, my expectations were way lower than it had any right to be, but Obsidian delivered a high quality RPG in that game, and I'm not even a big South Park fan, and I had a great time with that game. So definitely do give that a look. At $9, I think it's pretty good. Destroy All Humans 2, $5. God Eater 3, $19.79. Evil Within 1, $6. That's pretty good. What else we got? Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory for $15. That's okay. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered for $15. That's a really great deal. A very engaging JRPG that I think is great for newcomers as well. Bayonetta's down to $18.74. Not bad there. Wish it was a little bit cheaper. $25 is the base price for that. That's a little bit high, in my opinion, but nevertheless. South Park The Fractured But Whole, is that just the season pass? Yeah, that's just the season pass. You don't want to spend $15 on that. Come on now. Destroy All Humans 1, $5. You're better off with a remake for that. XCOM 2, $15. Not bad. At this point, oh no, Valkyria Chronicles 4 for $15. That's pretty good. I actually believe they have the collection. Yeah, so they have VC4 and VC1 for $16. That's an awesome deal. If you have never played Valkyria Chronicles, I always go to bat for it. It's a fantastic strategy RPG franchise, and it tells its story in a very unique way with a storybook, and it's just great. Highly recommended. VC1, a little bit on the challenging side. VC4, you can play it on easy, and you can blitz through it if you want to. I would still play it on the normal difficulty because I feel like the game's rather engaging, and it's incredibly rewarding at that difficulty. Vanquish is $17.49. Zone of the Ender Second Runner, $13.49. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, $8.99. A lot of good deals here, but that's going to conclude this video. I feel like I went over the majority of the great deals. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let us know if you're picking anything up. That's going to wrap up this one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.